Hello, and welcome to AllShorts. Yeah, I'm in the workshop, I am. Yeah, just titillating this older shelf unit up. It used to be stuff I used to keep the screws in, right, and stick it on the wall. But, that's not what we're going to be talking about. I'm talking about other stuff while I'm actually doing it, because the world's gone completely utterly bonkers. It really has. I just don't understand what the heck has happened. What? You know what I'm doing? I'm just getting the thick gungy stuff at the bottom of the paint, just so I can use it. This used to be just a crappy old screw shelf that used to be in here, but I'm actually tarting it up, and I'm going to put some LED lights and stuff, little strip lights. I'm going to use a special router bit to chop that in while I'm doing it. But I don't know if you heard though, there's a serious issue in the United States, and Donald Trump really, really ought to be very, very concerned, very worried, in fact, because to be fair, there's going to be a shortage of diapers. Yeah, what the heck is he going to do if he can't get his diapers? Blimey. Well, there you go. That's what happens when you put tariffs on diapers. And Donald Trump's little mind, he seems to think that if he puts tariffs on other countries' imports at the port, so, in a day, individuals buying the stuff is going to end up having to pay more. But if you, half a brain cell, you understand that it's not as simple as that, and that putting these tariffs on, you can use it as a way of threatening other countries and what have you. But they'll just threaten you in return. There'll be countermeasures. That they will, countermeasures. But the other argument is I keep hearing, not necessarily from Donald Trump, but from other people who support the idea of all these ridiculous tariffs. I'm not so. If they were modest, it makes sense because Donald Trump has already put tariffs on China, of quite a considerable amount, and now he's got up it to 60%. He's saying. Now the thing is, obviously, that get passed on to the consumer, but also people are saying to me that, we'll end up buying stuff from the United States, won't we? Well, maybe, yeah, or maybe not. Have you got that product line being catered for in the United States? Is there a reason why you're buying from from China? What have you import stuff? Is it because it's cheaper? Yeah, most likely. Is it probably being produced using Uyghur Muslims and while the Chinese are chopping off their hair? Yeah, probably. Didn't worry you before, but now you're more concerned now. You see, because obviously those who think it's a good idea, they're obviously hard-working American citizens who think that Donald Trump is the Messiah, but he's not. He's just a naughty little boy. Now, the thing is, you see, there isn't the capacity in the United States to build half this stuff, and much of this stuff requires imported materials. Now, to say you couldn't build it, I think that'd be rather unfair because I'm sure that the United States workforce could build a lot of this stuff. Yeah, I don't see why not. But when? How long is it going to take? All right. Yeah, I can kind of understand the tariffs if they've been brought in at a sensible level at a sensible period of time, like a transition period. But no, Donald Trump has said that it's basically, organized that I am. Augmented. Yeah. He's going to implement all these promises that he's made, and it is going to bugger the United States up big time. You're just not going to get anything. And as such, what's happened is many of the businesses that were considering investing in the United States have said, well, no, this is seriously damaging. We don't want to take the risk. He's so erratic, isn't he? You don't know from one minute to the next what's going on in his little head, or his tiny hands. Yeah, this used to be on the wall just up there on the wall there, but since I sort of like lined all the walls here, what have you, just changed it about a bit. You see, it's a bit smoky at the minute. I just lit the fire, and I left the top off. It used to be on the wall over there, so just lots of boxes of screws on and stuff like that. But since I had a change about, it's just been sitting in the barn. just sitting there. And Carol, why don't you put this on the wall? You can put your lenses on it in the lab. You know, the room through there, the one that we've been doing. I thought, well, that's quite a good idea. But I better tidy it up a little bit because, you know, put extra screws in and stuff because it's only nailed together. It's just, you know, it's really shitty. It's shitty anyway, but it's, you know, if I stick enough paint on, you won't see the shitty bit, will you? It's like buying a rusty motor car. So yeah, it's all gone a little bit batshit crazy. And I was watching Fox News. Yes, you have to watch the things the things you disagree with, like Fox News. And that, you know, it's a source of material, isn't it? You know, and I can't remember her name. Anyway, she's it's that girl in there saying, well, Donald Trump has brought the fun back into politics. Fun. Oh, boy, giddy aunt. The other thing was, what were all these people who have been screwed over by Donald Trump? Whether he hasn't paid his bills, you know, paid the builders who have worked on his properties and stuff like that, or whether or not it's the fact that he's a sex offender, you know, all that kind of thing, or the fact that he supports sex offenders. Happy to have him in his government, you know, until they were found out, such as Matt Gaetz. He's all happy with that, weren't he? You know? And then all of a sudden it looks bad. It's just nuts. It's just absolutely nuts. And it's like all this stuff, like the, because I think there's a serious problem of education in the United States. And we have got a huge problem in the United Kingdom. Well, I suppose most countries have a huge problem of education. But when you consider that in the United States, 1 in 5 1 in 5 people in the United States only get to 11th grade, I think it is. It's basically primary school level. And they're not getting put any further than that. 1 in 5. What's that, 20%? That's horrendous. Now, Donald Trump will blame it on the federal the Department of Education, the Federal Department of Education. But it's still down to the schools and also some of the the children as well, who are, you could argue some of them are going to be a bit of a lost cause when the parents don't seem to care. You know, we as parents, I've got 6 kids, and as a parent, you have to have you've got to do best by your kids, isn't you? You know, you just have to. You want your kids to succeed. But when you see these flipping kids on these rallies and what have you, and the stuff coming out of their mouths, all they're doing is parroting their parents. Usually, the fathers actually, and also the parents in some cases, the mothers in some cases as well. And you think to yourself, crikey, they're a lost cause. They really are. And the same thing's happened in the United Kingdom when we had the Farage riots. Hashtag Farage riots. And when we had those in the United Kingdom, what have you, same thing again. They're taking their kids out to these flipping protests. And if they weren't physically aggressive, they were verbally aggressive. You know, so it just makes you wonder, doesn't it? You know, what these people are thinking. You know, it just tells me that, you know, there's just no hope. There's just no hope. You can't turn those kind of people around because they're being indoctrinated, or these children are being indoctrinated by their parents. Now, how many people, when they vote, how they vote, you know, they vote what their parents vote for. You know, we've always been conservatives. We've always been Labour, for instance, or whatever. You know, why not use your own brain and work out for yourself what is the what seems to make sense to you, not just to go with indoctrination or just rhetoric, or because it sounds funny, because you brought fun back into politics. You can't deny it. Donald Trump is funny. But we're not laughing with him, we're laughing at him. That's the thing. Look how shitty this is. It's just whatever I'd laying about obviously knocks it together to make this screw shelf. This was literally full of loads of twin thread screws. Boxes and boxes and boxes of them. And then loading the drawers. They're all in the drawers now, so that's no longer an issue. So what I'm going to do is, right, once it's painted, so it dries very quickly, and it's really warm in here, because I've got the wood burner going. And that's it's quite toasty, so that, in fact, I'm sweating. But you didn't need to know that, did you? Then what I'm going to do is, once I've got enough paint, I'm going to sand, put a bit of relief on it, and then once the final that I'm happy with it, it's going to have a coat of the lacquer. So it should look alright, I suppose. it's a bit bodged up, you know. But it doesn't matter. It's only going in my little lab room, which is it's like a little studio lab, just through there. And it's got my lasers and stuff in there that I use for one of the other channels. And I really need to get knuckle down and get on with that channel. So I just need to get it done now. Just you know, it's got 4 lasers in there. I've got looks like I might be getting a CNC machine on that channel, so that'd be quite cool. They're all donations, you know. Yeah, basically, do a review of them. I'll tell you something I won't do, though. When people send things over to me, I won't lie. You know, I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. It's great, isn't it? You lose your followers' respect, don't you? And it's the same with this channel, you know. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been lied to all my life, and I'm sick of it. Absolutely sick of it. And if it isn't politicians, it's members of the family or your friends. And you know full well they're lying because your lips are moving. So I was kind of vowed to myself several years ago now that I'm not going to lie anymore. And Caroline will tell you, because if she comes through and she says, say for instance, we're going to go out or something, how do I look? And she looks like shit, I'll tell her. You look like shit, woman. Don't worry, it doesn't offend her. She knows what I'm like. But I'm not, but she knows at least that when I tell her something, I'm not just going to, fluff it up just to have an easy life, because there's no point in it. All I'm doing is lying to her. There's no point. And the same with kids and that, they got to know that, if they want to show me something or an opinion on something, especially my daughter Yasmin, my youngest, because she said to me, what would be a lot of years ago, at least I know, Daddy, that always say that. At least I know, Daddy, that you'll tell me how it is. What's the point in telling everybody everything's wonderful? It's like there's poor buggers that go on X Factor. Because the parent, oh, you sound so good. Oh, you should go on X Factor. That you should. And they go on X Factor, and everyone's going, what the heck was that? And everyone's laughing at them. Not done them any favours, is it? No. You've got to be cruel to be kind sometimes. Just tell them as it is, Don't have to be nasty. Just be honest. And, whenever I speak to you, I might make mistakes occasionally and that on the channel. But I'm not going to lie to people. I'm just not going to do it. There's no point. If I cock up, I'll cock up, And I have done on this channel, actually. I've actually said things in the past where I felt, oh, crikey, I made a mistake there. And I made a video to say I made a mistake, I'm not just trying to blow up my own derriere, but it's just, I just feel it's right, I just wish more people would do it. More people would be honest. There are honest people out there, obviously, but just not enough, and especially not in politics. Flipping out. And some of these podcasters who clearly just doing it for the views and what have you, and just to get some clicks. It's just unbelievable. And I suppose you clickbait. I've experimented with clickbait in the past, and it does work. People who click on clickbait, and but effectively it's a lie, isn't it? Depends, mate. If you mention it, or it's obviously in the video at all, so I suppose technically it's not a lie. But anyway, I'm gonna let that dry, and I'm gonna see who's there. Oh, who's there? Crikey! Let's have a look on here as well. That might be easier. I can see it bigger then. Oh, see it bigger, Oh, that's me. Oh, there it is. It's coming up. It is, yeah. I've probably been jabbering and I've got no sound. I won't be a bit surprised. Oh, dear. Oh, hello, Mad Monk, number 3. I hope you're well. Okay, just skip that. Have I got audio? Number 3. Oh, crikey. I should have tested it, but, it's there. God, look, it's so smoky, isn't it? Talk about that light, look. It's not as bad as it was, though. What matters is people respecting people and not doing harm. Exactly. You're right, number 3. And just, and that's where honesty comes in, isn't it? You just being honest with people and just say as it is or how you think it is. You might make mistakes. People do make mistakes. I made plenty, But just be honest. It's a shame that people aren't really. People that want honesty, I do. I'm Carpenter, I do. I want people. People. I tell you what, people do want. They want to be shocked. They want to be surprised. They want. They crave it. I don't know why, They do. I already lost one right. He isn't even in office. Oh, I already lost one right here. I'm not in the office. No, not today. Might be later. You know, I'll definitely be in there later. But yeah, not right this second. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little groove in here. And where is it? I've got these LEDs. I've got some longer ones as well. I might even use them. I don't know. I've got these little USB LEDs. I was thinking about having them slotted in under the surface. I don't want to stick one on the top because it just looks naff and that's shit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little slot. And I've got a piece here that I've done in a bit of old crappy pine. I just did as a demonstration, but really fluffed up. But the idea is you just like thread it through the end there like that, right? And then you can, obviously it's going to have to be a lot neater than that. So I'll have to rig something up to so it's neat. But you get the idea. They're literally just going to be in there. Yeah, it's effectively you have a little holder for them. And then I'll have two LED strips, one on that side and one that side. And I did contemplate putting the load down all the way around, so it was completely square. I don't know yet. See whether or not I can make it work. So, it's back in there. Hello, Nicholas. 6 feet type shy. Okay, Nicholas. Hello there. Many people are children. They love drama, not rationality. Oh, to be fair, I love to be shocked sometimes. It's the comedy of it all. And it's like what's coming out of these nut jobs. It's like an ongoing comedy, but it shouldn't be a comedy. Should it really? It shouldn't be like that. It's not normal. But yeah, give you an idea what these things are like. I think they're only white ones, these are. Here's speed light strips, so. Oh no! Oh no, look, it changes colour. It's even better. Oh, it's gone to red now. Red now. Looks pink on there. No blue. So yeah. And then these will be wired into. I've got two lighting circuits in my lab, and one side does the lighting for when I'm doing videos in there, and the other side is just my main lights if I want to work in there. That's the plan. There we go. People don't want honesty; they want to be told they are great. And that is that. Do you know what? It's just like when you get these people who constantly posting pictures of themselves on Facebook and stuff like that, and they've used those apps like cleared the complexion and stuff. They're covered in spots, really, but they're all like snowy white and. It is a lie in its own right, isn't it? You know, it's the route. And that is the bit I'm going to be using. Maybe that one, or maybe a smaller one. I might do a test run first, see what goes on. So yeah, got my turbo router. Hello, Vertigo. Join the bricks before it sinks like a rock. Yeah, poop the old like button, would you be? Yeah, that would be very kind of you. That really would. Then I might have a sip of beer then. Yeah, in the workshop. You've got to have beer in the workshop. It's a sensible thing to do, you know. Yeah. So yeah, light beer, that one. Hey, Sabine, I hope you're well, my friend. Okay, I see you on Blue Sky now. Verti, broken record. How do answer that old question? Does my bum look big in this? How do we answer that question? Well, how do you do it? I don't know. Big bum is. I don't know. It's just like that maybe. Just turn around. Just turn around just a bit. That's better. Oh, it's absolutely fine, darling. That's a good question, though. I don't want to answer this question. Sunak was not bad. I would actually disagree with that. Richie Sunak, the UK's previous Prime Minister of many, was scamming you big time. He was involved with so many side hustles and the way he's investing his money, such as all the beds that went into the Nightingale hospitals. Richie Sunak had major shares in that company. It's creaming it. Then obviously, there was all the nursery. What's that called again? That nursery company that his missus set up, and they're having meetings. That as soon as Rishi Sunak announced that the money for nursery places and what have you, there was Rishi Sunak and his missus going to dinners at this particular company, and they got what he'd done. You know, they're corrupt. And then obviously what's going on with his father. He got caught out on that one, did he? Regarding Russia and Ventus. Anyway, his father-in-law's company still operating in Russia, while Rishi Sunak was telling people, "Oh, you can't do that, sanctions and all that." So yeah, hypocrites, scammers. You know, no, he's not an honourable man. No, sorry, but he wasn't as bad as Boris Johnson. I'll give you that, because Boris Johnson is a flipping scammer. So the amount of money he had, he got paid £1 million while he was in office to him personally. That's a bribe, isn't it? It's got to be. No one's really going to ever know mine, but yeah, feels that way. Putin is evil, and Farage probably too. There's going to be some more investigations into where that money comes from for Aaron Banks. There's more details that have emerged, so that might be interesting. Oh, I don't know what you're on about, Nicholas. Putin's cool as... He's got swag. He's got swag. This is the problem with the world, isn't it? You know, it's just... People used to like Boris Johnson's fluffy hair. Oh, he's one of us. He's a liar, and you like him because he's a liar? Yeah, because he's one of us. These people are just nuts. And it's getting worse. You'd hope, after everything that people have gone through, you'd hope that the crazies would have just crawled back underneath their stones, but no. Stupid does as stupid does, and it's just getting worse. Yeah, look what's going on in the United States at the moment. It's absolutely bonkers. Donald Trump got a clue what he's doing. He spouts all this stuff. He's like, oh, tariffs. There's not a more beautiful word than tariff, he goes. Or used properly, he says. God's sake. Oh, he's called a cause of trade war. That's what he's going to do. And absolutely destroy the US's economy. And it's just going to be nuts. It's going to be mayhem. Hopefully they stop him. Hopefully. You know, the people in power that he's put in power with him, maybe they've got half a brain cell because he hasn't. It's just nuts. All he is a performer. And that's what he's good at. He's a performer. He's a stage act with tiny hands. And diapers. Don't forget diapers, which you can be very short of very soon. There we come. Mad Monk. There we come. Is the paint dry yet? Got to be a little bit careful. He said, start. God, it dries really quickly. Really quickly. I've still got a bit of build up in the corners. I'll wait a little bit longer for that before I start chewing it up with a router. With the dollar about to go down the toilet, yes. So he started. The strength of the dollar has already gone down. I'm just going to clean my lens, okay? My finger. Oh, BRICS. Oh, you're talking about the BRIC countries, aren't you? Is it BRCS? BRICS. BRICS, yeah. There's the UK thinks it's going to be the BRIC, the UK side. I'm thinking about the CPTP, TPS, whatever you call it. The UK is just not. Oh, no, or I think about the other one, AUKUS. Oh, but I mean, none of them really work for the UK. We're too far away. BRICS definitely not in it. China and all that. Oh, gingers! You've got the ginger's giraffe. Did you realise, ginger's giraffe? You've got 7 vertebrae. Yeah, I've told you this before, haven't I? You've got 7 vertebrae, the same as me, except yours are longer because you're a giraffe. Macron wanted to be a part of BRICS. Then he saw he was in it and decided not to. Yeah, that would have never happened. It would never happened. It's people like Marine Le Pen who'd want to be in BRICS. So, yeah, I can't see that happen. Yeah, be careful with language. Language is very important. I don't mind people having a point of view or an opinion, but if you've been vicious to others in the chat and what have you, or other people or groups, minority groups, what have you, that's the quickest way to get yourself hidden or put in the naughty corner. I wonder what happened with China and India going forward in regards to the balance of power. Well, India is growing so rapidly at the moment. It's, I won't be surprised at some point it might be ahead of China. They've grown too fast and they find it difficult to maintain it. And now people are getting upset. Other countries I'm talking about getting upset and they think, oh, hang on, maybe we shouldn't be buying so much stuff from China. We're not ready to. We need to be doing a hell of a lot to be able to pull away from China because we're just too involved, and China's got too much hold over all the minerals, and they keep sanctioning us, on things like minerals, so lithium batteries and stuff. And that's one of the reasons you got was at Northvolt. I think they've just gone under. It's a complete struggle, and you get these anomalies put in your way. A business can't run like that because they have to have cash flow. And they can't, get materials and what have you. It just becomes an impossibility. The same with any business, isn't it? Even if you build them, you need to get your bricks and your cement on site on time. And when we have issues regarding timber imports, you can't get onto the next stage. You can't get your tiles on the roof if you can't get your battens. We've been there before, to be fair, but it's especially bad now. And I just think we should be building different types of houses, personally. Hello, Billy Kershaw. Hope you're on, friend. We went for a walk earlier with the two doggies. 2 doggies, not 3. So, yeah, down the Au revoir there in my strange hat. Got this crazy hat. It's huge. Looks like a dead animal on my head. Oh, dear. It's my last video that's uploaded. Yeah, no, balance of power. I think it's going to be a massive issue for the West. At the moment, we're battling with China. And there's a battle. It's kind of like, it's like a trade war, isn't it? Constant with China. They own too much. In the United States, they've got, got national debt. They actually own 800 billion of the US's national debt, for which they're gaining interest on. Just so they can pump it to their own armies and the Red Army. Even Russia has, although that's gone down considerably since they invaded Ukraine. So it's a full madness, isn't it? The hat was awesome. That is such a crazy hat. My head was I was walking down. It was a mild day as well. I had this flipping hat on. It looked like, I don't know, half. What do you call that? Like a raccoon or something on my head. It's just my head was sweating like crazy. God, it was hot. Good when it's snowy, I must say. Yeah, and too many people in India stay in poverty. And do you know what? It's still in India, they do foot binding and what have you, especially young girls and that. So they're growing up, they bind their feet up, so they're all deformed and that, so they can beg. That still goes on. It's just crazy. My mother's from India. I'm 8th Indian, my mother was. Anyway. And when she came over in the 60s and that, anyway, my sister went back to see where where she was from and stuff like that years ago. And although she had the gut rot all week, it's not the best hygiene. And she was emotional because of basically how a lot of people are living. Just scavenging for scraps, basically, in India. Such a divide. When you got like Bollywood and places like that, and with the film studios now, you've got this really fancy place, and then all the roads, they kind of lead to it. As soon as you get there, all the roads are like proper roads, and then you just go 300 yards out of these towns, and it's just mud tracks. It's just tracks everywhere. They've got no real infrastructure. It's just too much of a divide, And it's the same old thing, isn't it? The rich gets richer and the poor stay poor. They're not getting any of it. They've got such a huge population in India, just like China has. And China's got similar problems as well regarding the people, but India is especially bad. Yeah. So in India, what they're trying to do ID cards. They've got ID cards now for everybody over there, haven't they? In India, or they're trying to. There's so many undocumented people. I've got tickly hair on my moustache. Keep tickling my nose. Nationalism will always destroy the economy. Shitler is like President Herbert Hoover, and we know how that went. Yeah, maybe right. Oh dear, Shitler. I love the fluffy hat. And I was seeing you on the walk. That was nice stand there. It was actually a lovely day. But, you would think it was only in December, and it's that was lovely. The summer's out and what have you, and it was quite warm. And I was wearing a stupid hot hat. Yeah, so my brain was overheating. Not many people talk about the Belt and Road Chinese policy, and and the race to own everything. But that's kind of what's happening. It's what's happening in the UK, and the US. It's that money. I know we keep going on about this, but it's literally just going up, 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 making people like the obvious candidates like Jeff Bezos and people like him, not obviously Elon Musk, richer and richer and richer. But you don't see any of that money. You don't. And then we've got strikes in like Jeff Bezos, in Amazon and what have you, because of the way they're being treated in the workforce. And the same in Tesla as well. Here in the EU, there's strikes because of the way the employees are being treated. These people think they can just treat people like shit, and they think it's normal. And the same with the UAE and what have you. Arab, United Arab Emirates, yeah. It's like what they did with DP World and P&O Ferries, just sacked 800 odd people just like that by video message. These people don't care. They just don't care. All they see is the pound signs, and they'll do whatever they need to maintain their own cash flow. And it reminds me so much of that film. I think it was called Time, the one where they had like a clock embedded, and then once the time runs out, 25 or 20 or whatever it might have been, they had to earn the right to live basically, and the time gets added to them. And always the rich ones had a huge amount of time that last, centuries, like 1,000 years or something stupid. And then all those, everyone else is struggling and have to use their time up just to buy a coffee. That's kind of where we're heading, that kind of mentality. I'm not saying exactly that, but that sort of mentality. The poor are just going to get driven down into the ground, and the middle classes will be pushed into poverty as well. Because you can't keep pumping money up without putting some, you've got to trickle some down, haven't you? We haven't got a trickle down economy, but you've got to trickle some down, because if you don't, you're done for. Even those at the top be done for, because they're feeding off us. The only reason they're getting richer is because we're giving them more money. In mass. A little bit from everybody is a lot. Anyway, is my paint dry? Let's just check my fire as well, because I forgot about my fire. Oh dear. Oh, still alight. There it is. Yeah, still alight just. So I'm going to put some dry sticks in there. I had sawdust on there and I go burning away. That's why it went all smoky. But I'll stick some sticks in. So yeah, it's such a shame really that people are not given a fair crack of the whip, really, are they? A fair chance to get on in life. And it's the same everywhere, It's like, I mock and I criticise people for being stupid, like the MAGA lot, No, they clearly are stupid. They're ignorant, They don't think things through. They're just going with rhetoric. They think that's normal. And that's not. So, I do mock people for that sort of stuff. But also, I believe that something needs to be done to improve their lot in life. And maybe they won't be such bastards. Hey, Steve, we're going. Oh, well, friend. How's Prague? Crikey, the rupee's currency accepted nowhere will become the world country. Oh, say it again. Okay. The rupee currency accepted nowhere will become the world currency. if anything, in the euro. Hope so. Hope the euro become a world country. It'd make life a lot easier, wouldn't it? The Russian currency not being rated doesn't matter. Their currency never mattered. They are a tiny economy. Yeah, what's that? About 20 million people in Russia, something like that. Was that Australia? That might be Australia actually. So yeah. Anyway, well, I think that is possibly dry enough. I'm a bit worried all the little chips will stick in there. This is dry enough. I've got my router here, so let's titillate the router. You got to titillate the router. Oh, crikey, my internet has just gone off again. Oh, no, it's back on again. What's going on with that? It's on wavelength. Yep, that's correct. Should be better than that. All right, here we're back again. So let's try. Let's bring it up. There we go. We will move the money out of previously rich Tory areas. We need to do something. We need to make the Tories have to spend it. That's what we need to do. Those rich buggers. How do you do that, though? How do you make them spend it? Do you think I should really do a test run first on that scrap of wood? I think it might be a good idea. And we've got a piece of pine. Oh, there's a piece. That'll do. Piece of pine floorboard and a shit, I'll get a pine floorboard. Right, I need to find centre. Is that centre? Nope, that is not way off. So we're going to do that first. Not worried about being exact, but that is near as damn it. Some ways I think I should put a double fence on it, really. No, you can't because that's in the way. Never got to think about, is there any nails? No, not that deep. Not quite, we've got one there. How long is this? Is it all the way along? Do. Right. I might just miss that. Depends how deep we go, doesn't it? I don't need to go that deep. Let's pause. Oh, that's another good point. That's going to be hard to control on the end. So we'll probably do with block wood clamped on to support the end. I'll do that, I think. That makes a lot of sense. So I think for... Oh, God, I definitely don't need to be that deep. Oh, no, it's too shallow. Oh, dear me. Right, there we go. Don't go too deep. If you go too deep, I'll end up not seeing the lights. But there, I reckon. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, what about putting support on the end out? Should we have a go? Let's give it a go, shall I? Shall I mess it up? Probably. I don't need to go all the way along. Shall I plug it in? Oh dear. Oh, well. Oh, so that won't be help. There we go. Right. Wish me luck. Oh no, it's stuck. I've got to bear in mind I'm going to put support on the end there when I put it on here. So hopefully it won't drop like that. That'll work though. That'll work. So I push it in there, I think. That'll work. So we'll do that on here, effectively. So I have got LEDs on the edges. That's the idea. Plug it in. Light a seam, a light. What film's that from? Give you a clue. It's got Bruce Willis in it. There you go. So it's going to be like that. That's one way of holding them in, isn't it? Now, in my studio office, where I do a lot of my videos, you notice there's like a little, an angle of two lights. I had to buy these flipping things to put the lights in, and then snap these plastic things on the top, and it's quite expensive. So this, you know what, this would have worked just as well. Yeah. You know, that have done the job. So that's basically what I'm going to do in the other space. Now I've got a load more of these. I've got some really long ones as well. So just make the background a little bit more interesting. Yeah. I know it's childish, I know, but I will do it anyway. But I do need to make sure that when I come off that end and come off that end, I don't go flump, you know, and drop off the end. You don't want it dropping off your end, you know. Yeah. Spits and swallows. Oh dear. Yeah, you know, you think I was kidding about the diaper shortage? Oh, there's a few articles about that at the moment. Just going to really bugger old Donny Trump up, isn't it? Okay. So what's going on? Oh God, who's all PMQs in the UK with Kemi Badnock? Oh, she keeps tying herself in flipping knots. And she said so. Oh, when we were in power and we passed the budget, what have you, regarding the farmers and that, you know. Oh, we had no protests on the streets. They did. A small protest, but they definitely had a farming protest. So the tractors were there anyway. Oh my God, Mark Zuckerberg is dining with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Oh, crikey. It's like sleeping with the devil, it is. France wants its own ballistic missile with a range of 1,000 kilometres. Well, Ukraine are developing their own at the moment, aren't they? They clearly need one. Get the Kremlin. Oh, dear. I'll tell you what they want to hit. They want to hit that flipping mansion that Putin built with the taxpayers' money. That's what they ought to do. That really pissed them off, wouldn't it? Blow that flipping thing up. Italy takes down international TV piracy network with 22 million users. Oh, that's like Radio Caroline. The ship. Okay, not that one. David Lammy plays down criticism of the Chagos Islands deal. Well, since crikey, what was it again? They got a new. They just had an election, what have you, and the new government's not very keen on the deal, so they're kicking off regarding the Chagos Islands deal. So we'll see what happens there, eh? My God, that's not Robbie Williams. Is it? What's happened to him? What's happened to Robbie Williams? He's got old. Robbie Williams says people from the 90s shouldn't be shamed for how they think and feel. What does he mean by that? Former Take That star Robbie Williams has opened up on the release of his biopic, which sees him portrayed as CGI chimpanzee. Oh my God, he ain't looking good, is he? Doesn't even look like Robbie Williams. Oh my God. People say I always look like Robbie Williams. What do you reckon? Jack Black, more like. The university defends principals a 7K Hong Kong trip. Who cares about that? That's not news. No. Chinese tanks are breaking down. Good. Oh, the world's biggest importers of goods. Let's have a look at that. I wonder if the United States is amongst the world's biggest importers of goods, because I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Don't forget to beep the old like button, helps the channel, you know. What's come on? What? No, I don't need to read that. Right. It's not even let me get into it. Oh, you naughty, naughty thing, you. Germany's new tram breaks the world. Oh, that's not even. That's not sort of news we're interested in. Europe must unite in the space to compete on the global stage. Unite in space. What? How are they going to get there? Crikey Dover's got more farmers' protest changes to inheritance tax. So we've got more going on there in Dover. So it looks like they're going to be blocking the ports. Oh dear. I hope you're stocked up on your food. Don't necessarily panic buy, but a little bit each week. It won't make a lot of difference. So dozens of farmers have staged a go slow tractor protest on the roads of Dover over changes to inheritance tax. Well, obviously they protested at Westminster the other day. Didn't get what they wanted, did they, you know? They just got Nigel Farage, the man who calls them a whole load of shit, standing around in his yellow corduroys and his welly boots and his oilskin jacket. No. Anyway, yeah, they didn't allow him to speak, did they, at the NFU, so it was quite good. The protesters called upon the government to stop betraying the British farming and rural communities. Well, let's be fair, they didn't used to have zero inheritance tax, did they? You know, I think it was 1984 that was brought in. So, yeah, the free inheritance. Then obviously they got rid of it again. So, previously exempt will be liable for tax 20%, half the usual rate. The government said its plans offered a fair and balanced approach. The farmers were seen driving alongside lorries in the Kent town with signs. This is not blocking the ports. They said they're going to block the ports. All they've done is cause just queue of traffic, a convoy. Protest organisers say a British Farming and Fairness for Farmers campaign group said the Labour government's budget was a hammer blow. But there isn't. How is that a hammer blow? Well, it doesn't actually affect the current farmers. It only affects their descendants. It's not going to make any difference to them at the moment. And what will make a difference to them at the moment is the fact that they've lost their subsidies, and it'll be next year that any subsidies they were getting are going to be completely gone. Well, or at least it's a very tiny amount. It's about a third of what they were getting anyway when they were in the EU. And okay, they got this rewilding scheme and stuff like that they can, which I think is quite nice. But it doesn't grow food, does it? It doesn't help the food on the supermarket shelves and what have you, and they all end up importing more. So it kind of like defeats the object, really. Or we're just offshore in our carbon footprint. It makes no sense whatsoever. None. So I don't necessarily agree with it. Actually, to be fair, I like the idea of it, but it doesn't. It's not going to work out that way. So a Kent-based beef farmer and protest organiser Matt Cullen said, "It's time for farmers to stand up and fight. Stand up and fight." I can remember somebody with a sword saying something like that. What was her name again? You've got to stand up and fight, she said. Yeah, I remember. Flippin' hell. And fight back, and it's time to show the government that things will escalate more if they don't sit down and talk to us. To say British farming founder Liz Webster, turncoat, she's a part-time Tory, she is. Okay, she's trying to get people to vote for Labour and what have you at the time, and that's backfired on her. But she's just like any other farmer. I'm sorry, but she is. Regarding this sort of stuff. I suppose it's her job there, I suppose. Anyway, she's got, say, British farming. But she was blinking while going on Nigel Farage's GB News show and pretty much agreeing with him. I thought, what the flip? Now he's flipping traitor. This government has unleashed a really nasty culture war with their budget. Are they hoping to motivate envy to back destruction of our farms, which produce healthy and sustainable food? No, you don't. I'm sorry. Modern farming methods, there's nothing sustainable about that. They keep saying, "Oh, we look after this, we look after the land." No, you don't. No, you don't. You're destroying it. You're over-tilling it for a start, destroying all the biostructures. No, that's not diversity. That's not normal. That's not how the planet will heal. No, they just cause that and nitrates and burning the soil with other chemicals, how you can kill it, and and spraying pesticides, and it's just had the death and what have you. They've allowed them to spray even more pesticides from outside the EU. Rules and laws have been relaxed regarding that. And they say, well, sustainable. There's nothing sustainable killing all the insects, including the bees. They even use neonics, those things. They're thinking bees just got to land on the flower or plant, and that's it. That's all they need to do, and that'll kill them. And we all know that we need our bees, don't we? And the rules were that they have to. I don't know if they are now in the UK, but the rules were pesticides had to be. You couldn't spray pesticides, during the day and what have you when the bees are active. It went till the sun gone down. Do they fuck? That's my French, but no, they do. They carry on spraying whenever they want to, destroying whatever's there. It's just nuts. And the methods of farming have potato farms like using glyphosate to actually kill off the potatoes so they brown off quicker, so they can actually harvest them without any green on the top. At the end of the day, these are tubers, right? We've got the potatoes are a tuber, so you've got a systemic or systematic or systemic. Where it goes through the plant and into the root, it goes into the tuber. So you've got glyphosate inside the food that we're eating. It's nuts. And the same with wheat as well. To get rid of certain fungus you can get in wheat, which is it's deadly. It can kill you. So the problem with wheat is it doesn't all necessarily dry at the same rate. So quite often what they do is because obviously using machinery and what have you, and you can't select what to harvest and where to harvest. They just literally harvest a whole lot of big machines. They can't. They've got to be careful. There's fungus because if they get fungus, you can kill people basically. So what they do is they kill it off. So again, it's glyphosate is what they use. They'll knock it back with glyphosate and then harvest it when it's all gone brown. So it's all dried out. Toxic chemicals again. I just find it absolutely mad. It's maddening. But it's what's going on. It's what's going on at the moment. They've been doing it like this for decades. And we're finding all these pesticides and other chemicals ending up on war courses, ending up in our food. And do we really do anything about it? Do we actually stand up against it? No. We just stiff up the lip and just carry on. Just taking it. I think we're crazy. I think we're bonkers. I'm quite, living here and what have you. We do we grow a hell of a lot of stuff ourselves. So we sort of limit our shop purchases. Because I'm sure it's the same here. Our local farmer, he's all right, I suppose. But, I've seen him over there burning black plastic. The black was wrapped around the hay bales and stuff. There's heaps of it, big black clouds of smoke. Do the gendarmes turn up? No. If you have a fire in your back garden, they do. €500 fine. The government spokesperson said it's a reform to agriculture. Don't use that word, reform. Agriculture and business property relief would impact. In some ways, it's going to bring the value of the land down. If so many people are going to end up selling it, they're going to bring value of land down. It might give more opportunities for those who want to get into farming. We need to actually bring the value of land down and property. It's been grown too fast, especially in the UK. Not so much here in France, to be fair. It's quite, land is still fairly cheap. There's so much of it. We've got a similar population, and we're 2.5 times bigger than the United Kingdom. And you could argue the same in the United States. You've got big land masses in relationship to your actual population. So no, you're not overcrowded. The United Kingdom's not overcrowded. It's especially only habitating only about 5% of the United Kingdom. So it's, we're not overcrowded. We don't have the infrastructure. That's the problem, isn't it? We don't have enough infrastructure. What are you saying? Is that dry enough? Yeah. Just have a look as well. I think we can do that now. With $1, you get 115 rubles, and with €1, you get 120 rubles. Oh, I see. So the dollar is weaker. Have you? Yes, a bit. Yeah, I've done this videos on this channel where I've been walking around that castle. Yeah, Richard Lionheart got shot by a crossbow bolt, allegedly, where I was walking today, and there's a place called Chalou Castle. And that's where Rich Lionheart was shot with a crossbow bolt, and he died about a week later because he got infection. So yeah, there's the Richard Lionheart route, what we call it, and he literally just it's basically from pillage to pillage to pillage to pillage. Where he's looking for treasure basically. Middle class is like on the ground versus the top. Yeah, the middle classes they've been squeezed as well. I'm not saying, oh yeah, middle class and all that. Poor old middle class. I'm not saying that. I'm saying they're going to be squeezed, and people in the middle class people, they've based their lifestyle on what they've got, and then all of a sudden the rug gets pulled, lose a job or whatever, and then they end up losing everything. So you live to your means, don't you? Unfortunately, those on the poor just live to survive. Work to survive. It's not right, is it? I'm glad I got out, to be honest. Have I sorted the roof? No, not yet. Oh my god. Man, I wonder if I can actually show you. It's probably dark, actually. Oh no, it's too dark now. Yeah, the sun's gone down. Well, there's a barn literally just on the other side over there. And we got it all covered up, ready to do the roof. And then we had a tempest, and it's ripped half the roof off, including all the timbers. Literally lifted it up and folded it like a sandwich, like a book, on top of the other side of the roof. Flipping hell. This is oak beams and rafters and purlins and what have you. So it weighs a bomb. It just lifted the whole lot up. And all the boards, all the Elverleach that was on there as well, just lifted the whole lot up and folded it over. Flipping hell. I took it all down. That's all dismantled down. So I got it up there last week. I just a few days after. I know the day after, actually. And got up there with hammers and crowbars and something to start dismantling it up there. So it's all down, and the rafters, that ones that we can reuse. That's a hell of a job. And now I've got nothing to stand on because it's literally gone. So it's going to be interesting. Not. Yeah, no, it ain't sorted yet, mate. Oh, Billy Kershaw, yes, that is the sprocket. Well, I replaced my sprocket on my GXX 1400, which I think we're gonna get rid of it. I think we'll sell it. Don't really want to, but I don't use it enough, It's there. There it is. Yeah, it's my beast. It is. Caroline's literally just scrapped a scooter. They brought out CTs there, so what we're looking to do now is to replace it with something else. So at some point, probably in the new year, should usually the winter anyway. The thing is, in France, you can't cancel your car insurance or bike insurance unless you have either scrapped it or sold it. You can't sell it as seen or stuff like that, for somebody else to sort it out. It's either got to have 18 months CT on it, which is basically an MOT. Because you have 2 years MOT, Hazy, but you've got to have 18 months on it to sell it. So it's just, you have to weigh up all these extra costs. And with motorbikes and scooters, what have you, and anything with 2 wheels and an engine, you now have to have a CT on them as well. You didn't used to have a CT on motorbikes here, which sounds crazy, I know. With basically MOT on motorbikes. You did in the UK. But you do now. My bike's worth doing, so I'll go get a CT put on it, and then probably sell it. I think get something different, something more sensible. That's 1400. That thing is a beast. Rips your arms off when you pull away on it. I mean, it's immense. I took it to Italy and Switzerland and all sorts of places all around France and stuff as well. It's been a great bike. It really has. But it's not particularly economical. It's not exactly environmental. It's mental. So you get rid of it, really. Get something practical. Got a push bike. No, I've got a push bike. Guys like us feel like we've got our hands tied up. I suppose you're right. Not. What do you say? What have I missed? Take care, Bob. May you live in interesting times. list. Okay. The Czech koruna will be the world currency. Everyone overlooks the Czech Republic, like in LT. Oh, sorry, yeah. When everyone underestimated the hobbits. Of course, you would underestimate Lord of the Rings. Underestimate the hobbits. What? The Czech Republic actually. I bought machines from there. I had a mower, which was called it was a rate control slope mower. It was called the Spider, Ransom's Spider, but it was actually built by the Czech Republic. And that was the 01 version I had with the original one. Brilliant machine, all radio controlled. And the idea was a slope mower, so it's sort of like verges and stuff like that, and getting into awkward places and around cutting grass around reservoirs. Brilliant machine. The only thing is, it has 4 wheels that all turn together. Okay, so you can crab steer. It's brilliant. Apart from when you get like a rabbit hole and one wheel goes into the rabbit hole, and if you're already at like 44, 45 degrees, that last little bit, that's it, it topples. It rolls down the hill. That's happened a few times. Oh dear. I ain't got it anymore, it was a long time ago. But that's built by the Czech Republic. Brilliant engineers. Is this a dentist channel? I have had my stitches out today. Out of my mouth. That was really quick. Still a bit sore. Use a depth gauge, you tart. I could do. Just verniers. I'm just doing it by eye. That's all that matters for this. Okay. I think I'm going to have to clamp something on the end of it. Otherwise, we're going to end up with a bit of a situation. Put that there. All right, that'll do. Yeah, I was going to rock off the end, so I need a little bit extra support. So I'm going to get a clamp. What will reach that? Oh, that'll reach. That'll do that. And then some blocks of wood on the ends, just to give a little bit of extra support. Ooh. Anyway, I've looked at my scrap box. I chuck hardly anything away because I end up making the bird boxes and stuff for a rewilding project. So all the little scraps and stuff, they never get wasted. All right, maybe that'll do. It's gonna be hard to hold it on there while I'm doing it, though, isn't it? I'll tell you what I'll do. I will cheat. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cheat. Choose one of these shitty little clamps here, left clamps. I'll clamp it on there first like that. Like that. And then I will. There we go. I do have quite a few clamps. I've got boxes of the blinker things. I hope there's no nails in it. Quite possibly. So a little bit. There you go. A slipping. Shitty little clamps. Right, I'll do it. And then what do I get the big clamp on top of the whole lot? Ooh, something I'm not thinking about here. Oh dear, didn't think about that. The fence. That'd be better off putting that on this end. Yeah, I didn't think that. I've got to have one for the fence, isn't there? And the sole. Yeah, let's have a look at this. I might have made a booby. That's just going to hit the clamp, isn't it? Ooh, you plonker rodney. Oh, I've got to screw that on. That's not really long enough, is it? Definitely not. Right, I'll tell you this long bits. Oh, blimey! These things are sent to try you. That they are. Right, let's grab that so I can clamp it further away. I'll use the G clamps this time. That's going to be too short. Okay. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Let's overdo it. Do some G clamps. Let's come all the way over there. First I have to rip them down. Oh dearie me. Oh dear, the table's all down. Oh, crikey. So over the way. Oh, these things are sent to try you. I think I've got no idea how to do this now. Oh, date. That'll do it. Now I'm getting my clamps on further away from the actual sole of the. It's probably a better way of doing this. To be honest, you could probably just glue them on with a bit of super glue and knock them off afterwards. That'd work. But now though, these people that Donald Trump is putting in to top jobs and what have you, crikey, they are the worst. Right, let's double check how far this goes. I know where to put my clamp. It's going to be along. Okay. I'm doing it this way. That way I can get more support for a longer distance. It's probably going to move anyway, isn't it? So put this on there temporarily. So I can get the G clamp on now. A G or a C? A G or L sharp. Now that little F clamp was slipping now, but you can actually do something about these. What happens is they polish on here, then you just rough them up again, they'd be fine again for a bit longer. That'll do. That'll do. The point is, I don't want it to fall off the end, because then it'll just leave a nasty mess with the rotor. So I can fall off the end once I get to the end of this. What am I doing? Oh, end. Plonker. Don't be a plonker, Rodney. Right. So single-handed friction clamps work well. That'll do the trick. Put you over there. The past Trump Bible only got by one vote. You know that Bible, that Trump Bible. It's like Trump at the top of the Bible, and the rest of it is just the Bible about the Bible. But it's like Trump, you know, how pretentious he is, and it's like anyone who's. You think there'd be enough people who are godly type people. You think, well, we can't do that. That's blasphemy or something stupid, you know? But no, they think it's great because it's Trump. It's nuts. These people are rather incredible. I try to wrap my brain around it, you know. I don't get it. It's so much hypocrisy. I know, you know, it's the United States and what air, but we have our problems in the UK as well. You know, there's so much stupidity out there. It just makes you wonder what's going on in the world. Right, I'm hoping that ain't going to be too low. Or too high, sorry. That is. Looks like I could use a depth gauge. Somebody's mentioned something about depth gauge, didn't they? But they did. That'll do. Hopefully, I'm not going to hit this nail. Hopefully it's going to just miss it. Oh, come out slave I am. Oh dear. Well, that seemed to have worked. Remove that. I should better remove the rotor then. Ah, Jim Rad. And I don't appear to have hit a nail. I didn't hear it. We'll see. Oh, behind me! That's not too bad. Could have been better though. Not that one. Oh, that'll do. Scrap of paper, not full. Sandpaper, that is. Well, that worked. Little bit of a bump there, but not so you notice. The problem with a rotor bit like that is there's nowhere for the muck to go. You know, because it's filled up with sawdust. Where does it go? You know, you can't use an extractor on it because it's too tight around here. The idea actually of that particular rotor bit is it's a channeling bit. So, like for instance, you've got to create little fences that slide with little nuts and bolts and stuff. The head of the bolt goes in the slot and it can tighten up against it. Generally, you do that on hardwood though, because obviously it's a softwood. Do you see it works? Oh, see it work. Oh, it's a funny politics channel today, isn't it? Yeah, don't forget to boot the old like button. Helps the channel, you know. And if you want to support the channel, there's the Patreon and well, you know, there's got super chat as well. Then I'll take more notice of the chat. Oh, it's pretty. Oh, crikey, I just want to turn the lights out. I do. Oh, crikey, I'm so excited. Like, turn the light. Oh, crikey, it's got dark. Oh, no, that one. Oh, crikey, the other light's still on. Oh, look. Ain't it pretty? Yeah, okay. So I can do the same on that side over there. There we are. Yeah, I should have done some woodworking channel, really, shouldn't I? That's another use for the old channeling bit. You know, I've never seen it done like that before, but that works really well. Looks like it's meant to be there. Yeah, turn the light back on so I don't break my neck. I want to do that. No, be messy. Oh, blimey, lights are seen. So yeah, the way that is actually going to go, let me show you. I can move right now because I'm using the phone, you see. And outside I've got a big area outside with the Wi-Fi thingy on it. So it's going in here on that wall there, and it's going to have my lenses and stuff on it. So that's kind of like, yeah, it's getting there anyway. It's my lasers. My lasers! Mini-me, stop humping the laser. Yeah, so we're getting there. I don't know, one day we'll get it finished. One day. It's dark now. It is. Oh, it's better. Getting the warm. Can't fly my own people. Put some orange on it. What? The saying goes, sausage fingers make light work. You talking about my sausage fingers? Or you talking about the king's sausage fingers? Let me go. Oh, quite a way off key here. There we go. There we go. I love history because it's the only way to keep history to repeat itself. It does. It seems. Look at the state of the economy. All these flipping recessions we keep having, crashes, and Donald Trump is about to create another one. And the UK is already done for. It's flipping hell. Its national debt to it's over 101% now. That's getting worse. And growth they go, but they do everything to seem to block growth. Doesn't make any sense, you know. What do you mean? Okay, something weird going on here on this chat. Apparently it's disconnected on there. Oh, I see why. There we go. Right. Don't know why it's doing that, but there you go. A surprising number of ideas already came from and were inspired by Greek philosophers. It's not just Aristotle. I suppose it must be. Well, think of the Greeks, what have you, and the Romans, what have you, regarding underfloor heating and stuff like that. You know, it's brilliant ideas, really, and straight roads. That's a really good idea. How does it get the Cutulu? How does it get the energy dump of 50 cat? What? I thought energy was okay. I can't see very well on there. There it comes. Have you heard what China's doing at the moment? They've developed one of their drones with so they developed a AK-47 with no recoil, so they can attach it to a drone or a hover tank. That's another stupid film. Hello, Dirk Mulvey. Hope you're well, my friend. Have you yet had a chance to read excerpts from the American publication Efforts on Tariffs? Implication. I haven't seen that particular one yet. You did mention it before, didn't you? I haven't seen it yet. I have been reading up about the implication of the tariffs. And it does. It just seems like madness to me. It doesn't make any sense. It's just totally illogical. It could do one or two things. Either it will bring down inflation because no one's going to buy anything because they can't afford to, and people are already struggling in the United States. Also, could actually bring down costs for us. This is one scenario, but because no one's buying in the US, and they could end up flooding the market. It's like all these car parks that are full of EVs everywhere, you know, just because they can't sell them. But they have to produce enough of them to meet like the criteria regarding that they've got fined, haven't they? You know, regarding not building enough or selling enough EVs. I think that is such an unfair legislation on EV countries, because at the end of the day, everything, people are buying less of everything, including, you know, internal combustion engine cars as well, and less EVs because people are worried. They're scared about war. You know, everyone's getting told at the moment there's going to be a third world war might here, and who wants to spend the money at the minute? You know, people are worrying about other things, maybe building a bunker, you know, a nuclear fallout shelter, something like that. Yeah. Uh, the price goes up 25. Well, whatever the tariffs are going to be, the prices are going to go up by that at least, plus a bit more. What did Daniel say? It's nice. Everyone seems fairly smart in the chat. We've got some really good people on this channel. And if you look at some of the videos and the comments on the videos, very educated comments. We don't have too many trolls. We do get a few trolls sometimes in these live streams, but on the whole, we don't get too many at all. We get some really good people. And I really appreciate it, to be honest, because I'm learning from you guys all the time. At the end of the day, I'm just a mere woodworker. That's what I am, you know. And when I started getting into this lark, politics and learning about it, early days and that, you know, I relied heavily on the comments, you know, people educating me basically, because I'm learning. We never stop learning anyway, do you? Let's be fair. You know, a man who didn't make a mistake never made anything at all. And I have learned a lot. And in some ways, I wish I knew as much as I do now about stuff. Maybe I would have done some things in the past that might have made us more financially capable. You know, regarding investing money and stuff like that. I know so much more now, and it's years ago I knew bugger all, because I was just working on the tools all the time. I didn't really take an interest. All I want to do is keep a roof over me and my family's heads, and feed the kids and all that. You know, water the missus. But it's just it never seemed to be an issue. But things have gone mad, and since Brexit, and the fact we live in France, it really affected us and damaged my business. It's more than damaged it, pretty much destroyed it. To start again. Yeah, so yeah, you tend to have to make changes, and you start reading up about this stuff and finding it, and learning, constantly learning, read. I absorb so much news every single day. It blows your mind half the time, and you think, what the heck are these people doing? And these people are running the country. For Christ's sake, let's just have a bit of common sense, and decency. You know, all this stuff just doesn't make any sense at all, does it? Turkeys voting for Thanksgiving. Yeah. Well, they're saying that in the UK we're going to have a shortage of turkeys because they're too sanitary and what have you, but they keep delaying it, don't they? They keep delaying the full checks. Yeah. Yeah, it's a healthy debate. You've got to have a debate. And at the end of the day, when no one's got everything completely right, have they? And also there's nuances, and what we think is good for this situation might not be good for another one. Cause problems elsewhere. You know, it's kind of like, I don't know, like a sea defences scenario. You might protect one, I don't know, coastal town and what have you, but the water will always find a way. It'll sink another one. So there's always seems to be always a consequence to whatever we do, and that's where obviously politicians who make these decisions need to be clued up and know what they're talking about. You know, not just putting any old harebrained numpty or TV presenter into positions of power. That's just stupid. But stupid is as stupid doesn't. That's basically what Trump has done. He's bloody stupid. God, it's just madness, isn't it? I feel like there is no debating it over here. It's just follow some God figure, and it's kind of scary. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's really thing that worries me is it's not even the Republican Party, is it? It's now the Trump Party. And things that Donald Trump have said that's what he's going to do. Like, for instance, you won't have to vote again. You know, he's going to try do his best to remove democracy. And he's been putting people in key places, like he did last time regarding, the Supreme Court and what have you. Just putting people there that are just yes men, you know, just do whatever he says. It's just nuts. You know, and it's a concern for everybody, including us who live abroad and that as well. You know, because it affects us all. Affects everyone. What happens in the United States? If the United States sneezes, the UK, for instance, catches a cold. The same in the EU, you know. And in some ways, we do need to become more insular. Uh, being more interested in building up our own military and looking after precautions for our own security, what have you. I think that we've got to, and it's and they're going to have 4 or 5 years of Donald Trump. It's going to be disastrous. Hello, comic politics. I hope you're well. Oh, Canada. Oh, yes. Gingers and Cootaloo. Canada. Oh, my Gideon. That is going to kick off, isn't it? So he's going to put tariffs on Canada, and obviously he'll return the favour. Massive trading partners again. It's just, you know, it's like Mexico, isn't it? You know, it's all very well putting tariffs on Mexico, but you know, the car industry regarding imports and parts and components and stuff like that going backwards and forwards across that border constantly. It's about 12 times before it ends up in the car. It's madness. You know, I don't know, somebody does the cylinder head and somebody then puts the valve linings in, or you know, it just goes backwards and forwards. We've got the same problem in the United Kingdom now we left the EU. You know, just in time supply chain, and like for instance, I think somebody said that a Mini's engine went across the border like 6 times before it actually was ready to go in the car. And now we've got tariffs. Well, they say you ain't got tariffs, but you have if you haven't got a high enough percentage of the product actually completely made in that country. Much of it comes from abroad, further afield. It's rules of origin and that, you know. It's just madness. The whole thing's mad. I just beggars belief. It really does. How do we get here? Years and years of people being left behind, the rich getting richer, the divide getting wider, and people wanting a massive change, and they're happy to literally destroy everything to get it, but they're not going to get it. They'll just get more poverty. What you need, I know what you needed. You need a revolution like we had in France. You need a French revolution. That's what you need. And then maybe something might happen when you start chopping the heads off. You know, they might get a bit worried then. Oh, God. Canada's going to do fine. President of Mexico basically told Diaper Don to what? Do one. Maybe we can exchange, says Jens Giraffe, things off the tariff radar later. It's going to be changes. They ain't necessarily going to all be good, is it? We'll take it out of there for a minute. And while I'm doing the other end, I'm going to whack a little bit of paint in there, a bit of black paint. Where's my paint gone? Oh, it's here. What's left of it? It's probably not a good idea. Oh my God, I need to put some water in that. Ugh. But yeah, it's all gone a bit crazy. I want it really runny, so I can get it in there easy. I'm going to stain it basically. So I'm going to rub it all back anyway, to expose the wood. I just want to make sure I haven't got like pine showing around the edges. Bare wood. Just gonna... I hate water-based paints. I like the fact they dry quick, and for jobs like this, I don't care. But but when I'm doing jobs for people, and I ask you, oh, how long will that last you, reckon? When I need to do it again, I don't think it's not very long. Well, yeah, I know oil-based paints aren't great regarding the environment and stuff, but it's also not that great if you've got to keep redoing it, is it? It's not that great if whatever you've made or put outside, what have you, ends up rotting in no time at all. So sometimes it's the lesser of the two evils, isn't it? What? Sometimes you have to go with what's not necessarily particularly environmental to actually have it last. What did the other end? I'll let that dry a bit first, I think. I accidentally pressed my button. Oh, that's what she said. Do 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 do. Quite like that idea. So it's all going to be wired into the lights. So I'm not worried about it. So the not really annoying thing I've learned since doing YouTube. When I was first started out doing videos like in the office and what have you, and all the lights all basically all separate. So you got to turn all your lights on. And it's not just like one switch. You've got to turn that light on over there, that light on there, your key light on over there, and your hair light behind you, and all that sort of stuff. It's quite annoying. So now I make sure it's all wired into the same circuit and the same switch just for that purpose, just for lighting in the studios. And the same I do in my office, and also I could do the same do in my lab as well. So it works. Quite like these ones. These are quite good. They're colourful. Got colourful. They're little colourful ones. Yeah, they're like £2. Maple syrup. Oh my god, I love maple syrup. I tell you, when I do my Boston baked beans, I use maple syrup in there to get the sweetness. Oh, so good, so good. The only thing is, I have sometimes to do like a vegetarian version because normally you put bacon hog in it. You see, with your beans now. Oh, but I did it. If you do it properly, it's fantastic. Actually baked in the oven or in the bread oven, so done on open fire, basically. Oh, so good. Oh. I use 3 hard drugs. They are Coca-Cola, pancakes, and maple syrup, says Vertigo. Well done. Oh, crikey. Talk about maple syrup. That's not fair. It's actually not easy to get here in France. You can get it. You get the Kennedy's one from Lidl's and places like that. But so expensive. It's like Marmite. Do you know how much we pay for a jar of Marmite if you want to get a jar of Marmite here in France? You know, obviously the British product. It is nearly €6 for smallish jars. Not the tiny, tiny jar, the next one up. €6 for a jar of flipping Marmite in the Intermarchés here in France. And I like Marmite. There are other fermented yeast products, what have you. But yeah, but Marmite, it takes some beating. You either love it or you hate it. And I love Marmite on my toast. I think people hate it because they always put too much on it. You treat it like a proper spread, you know, big old thick layer. But you want a little smear. Oh, it's so good. I'll send you some. That would be very nice. Dumpster has a syrup, and it's Dumpster has a syrup, and it's a bit of a dodgy one though. Oh, crikey! Yeah, you don't want that syrup. One surprising taste combination that is delicious is chocolate sauce and elk meat. What is elk meat? Is it elk meat? Meat as an MEAT or meat? I know what an elk is, but oh, crikey, chocolate sauce, that's a weird one. Well, it's like balsamic vinegar and the strawberries in it, you know, that goes really well. I can drive 3 miles and buy my maple syrup, says Ginger's Giraffe, from this small farm. You lucky devil, you. 3 miles. Oh, that's it. I'm going to have to plant some maple trees on a rewilding project there. And then I can bleed the maple trees ourselves, collect our maple syrup. Oh, Christ. Oh, honey's not an issue here. Probably there's loads of honey. In fact, when I was walking today down the Voirvet, we could see down the sides of the where the old railway track or the tram line was. You can see there's little hives down there. But you quite often to get that here. You get random hives in the woods, and there's just some up the road there as well. And they're often selling proper honey. That's not cheap, but you get a fairly good old jar of the stuff, and it's so good. And they do the forest one and the flower. Well, it depends where the hives are, so they get different honey. Fleur. Really good stuff. I can send it to you, mate. If I tell you what you could do if you want, is on the AllShorts website there is a contact page on there. Just send us your details, and I'll give you my email, what have you, and details. But that'd be brilliant. That'd be really good. Oh, crikey. Everyone's making me hungry now. Oh, the rich dark blend of maple syrup is like liquid candy. Oh, you buggers, you. What are you flipping doing to me? The website is allshorts.eu. Just so I didn't mention that. I think the link down below anyway, in the descriptions. But it's allshorts.eu. And there's a contact page on there. People can even send me pictures if they want. There should be some changes coming along in the chat on YouTube, in the community area. They should be adding, so you can add photos and stuff like that. So, what's the time anyway? Is my battery down? Oh, it's getting low. Somebody on the phone at the minute. In some ways, it's the best way, if I can just move it around with me, you see. So that's quite handy. I did rig up a load of cameras and have do it through the computer, but the computer just kept failing, losing connection with the cameras. It was getting really annoying, so I stopped doing it. Oh, hello, Amanda G. Hope you're well. I watched an American lawyer YouTube explain that the real reasons for the tariffs is to fund the tax cuts for the rich. Yeah, I saw that as well. That was in an article I was reading. And apparently it was also done in the 1930s and fed the Great Depression. It was done in the UK. It was done in the 1930s. I don't know about the US. And they used that money. It wasn't tariffs, actually. They taxed the rich in this case. It's a little bit different. They taxed the rich, and then they used the money to build all the council houses. And then we got Clement Attlee and all that, and the NHS, and good things were happening. But 1930s is when they did that, and that's why if you look at a lot of the old red brick council houses, and from in Sallows, the old council houses along their rows of them, they got the actual year they were built on them, like 1930s, 1935, and what. And loads and loads and loads of council houses were built in that time. Proper houses, proper built red brick houses, and nicely built, solid. They were built because, in a way that they, apart from putting some paint on the doors and the windows and what have you, they were built in a way that you're looking ahead, looking to the future. They're still there now, and they fetch good money now if they've been bought. Oh, you have of course, if you're New Hampshire, you would do, wouldn't you? Changes. You've got a border with Canada. Can you? What about your garden? You've got a border going across your garden. Can you just hop over? Is it the side where the naughty dogs are on? That was interesting. Cheers, Amanda. And as someone earlier said, our cross-border shopping might increase. I mean, US customers might end up going to Canada to get things cheaper. Good point. But they'll have to do it as black market, wouldn't they? Because as an individual, you'd have to pay tariffs on it. You'd have to declare it, wouldn't you? Do they do that? They must have to declare it. It reminds me of those cigarette runs, mate. The UK, we jumped over to Dover before we were in the the can't mark. A brand. Oh, hang on. That's just pretty cash. That's interesting. Brandon the garbage disposal tried to get into Canada. See his video. Nice guy. I don't think shopping trips will be on the cards. Yeah, I've never done it myself, so I wouldn't know. I've never been to the United States. I would like to go. Be fair. I'll probably get stopped at the border now, especially if I wait until Trump is out. Oh, crikey, that full Monty geese. I made a video. Yeah, I think a couple of days ago regarding a guy called Full Monty on Twitter. I reported him. They've actually blocked some of his posts now. This is on Twitter. They actually, freedom of speech. But yeah, he's an horrible piece of work. He is. He's even taking the mick out of my dead dog. So yeah, I wasn't too impressed. So I'll start on it now. Go on. Where are we? I don't generally do X anymore. You say I usually on Blue Sky. It's a much nicer place to be. Blue Sky. But I have to check in occasionally to see if I've got any messages for anybody. So we have updated your report. We've received your report. We've received your report. Got an update. Well, basically, they've said we've acted on it. It was against their. There we go. That's right. F off, Marcus, as in FUCK. You real life troll. Something definitely smells really off for your thick skin when Calvin Robinson blocked you. As if I cared. I just thought it's funny. You always looked a dirty, smelly looking Wally bra. Oh, for God's sake. Phewie. These people are pathetic. This one especially. He did about 10 posts since I did that video. So yeah, and it was and then he did some mocking my dog, and that was it. That's how I'm reporting, So I did, and they blocked, done something, and they removed him, but not removed him. He's still there, There you go. That's the thing. Yes, Blue Sky is the place to be. Much better is Blue Sky. And it's grown so rapidly, you get a lot more interesting stuff on there now. And normal stuff, not just Elon Musk trying to tout himself. It's like everything's just made. That's obviously the reason why he's done the stop the block feature on on X. Stop the block feature because people were blocking him. Can't block me. I'm the gingerbread man. I think there was a news item about that a few years ago, 30. A broken record, but that was a rare thing. Oh, I've missed something. It's good that we've got the single market, definitely. And I actually really love it here in France. We've got good French friends and stuff, and it's a nice place to live. And I'm a bit of a greenie. I love nature and I love the environment and stuff like that. Trees and the grass and bugs. Anything that is living. I just I absolutely love it. The birds and the bees and the honeysuckle trees. Honeysuckle trees? I thought they were climber, but there you go. Yeah, probably some spotty oik festering in Mum's basement. I think it's one of the followers of this channel called Top Smoke. I think that's him. He used to leave some offensive comments and what have you, but sometimes he was okay. I gave him benefit of the doubt, I do most people. I say as long as you're not offensive, if you've got something to say, please say it. But don't be an idiot. Anyway, I blocked him in the end because he was starting getting a bit. Well, it was all going a bit to pot. Oh, cheers, Vertigo. Beer fundraiser. Oh, I've replaced my beer. That's gone flat. I've been too busy jabbering. Thank you, Vertigo. Oh, I blocked him on Exeter. When he took over and I got my account back. You got your account back, Oh, cool. And then he blocked me a number of months ago. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it's Top Smoke. I think that's who it is. So when he started getting really nasty about my dog, and I thought, who just died, little Wally. So that was it then. But like this, if I saw him, I'd swipe him. You push people too far, can't you? I've seen vehicles torn apart at the US Craigie border looking for secret compartments. Border agents are not liable for damage to the vehicle. Really? So they just rip it to pieces. Oh, dear. All your door panels come off to see if you've got any drugs in there. And maple syrup. Start to see a bunch of crap on X. There's so much rubbish on there now. And it's just flipping Elon Musk, and Donald Trump all the time. And I was getting too much. Did you Cootaloo? You block them as well. Best way. I was originally banned for asking a Nazi fascist why he was such a Nazi fascist. Oh, Nazi fascist is not. Oh, how did you say that? I don't know. I think it's probably toast as well. They're losing so many people and advertisers, and he ain't going to be able to take them to court saying, "Oh, it's going, they're all getting together." It's not going to happen for them. They just said, "Oh, sod you." They don't want to be seen on there. And the kind of advertising he gets on there now is just ridiculous. It's like all the dodgy shit from China being advertised on there. So all the big names are disappearing, and also people like myself and what have you. Has also decided to like say sod it. It's a bit of a transition because there's still things on there and people I follow on there. But as Blue Sky grows bigger and bigger and bigger, it becomes more and more useful because Twitter was useful. When it was Twitter, it was useful. When doing what I do, because you can use little video clips and stuff like that in your videos and stuff, and live streams, and it's handy. But now it's just like cesspool. It's an absolute cesspool. Anyway, I suppose I ought to go and see my dear missus, who happens to be in the house. She said, "Don't do it too long, Marcus." Probably because she wants to eat her food or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Or she watched an Artful Dodger. That's what she likes to watch. We've been watching that together. It's very good on Disney. So yeah. Anyway, it's time for me to go. I'd like to thank you all for joining us tonight, and just a random stream, I know. And thank you, Vertico, for the super chats, much appreciated. So, and to the moderators on the channel, thank you very much for being there. So anyway, it's time for me to go, and maybe I'll do this other side quickly. Doodaloo.